everyone, it's Reagan and welcome to the start of another reading vlog. Now normally this is the part on the vlog where I say, I don't have a lot planned this weekend, I'm hoping to get a lot read, yada yada. That's actually not true. I actually have a lot going on this weekend, which might mean I might have like a less of a successful reading weekend, though I'm gonna try to read as much as possible per usual. But I definitely wanted to vlog this weekend because of what I'm doing. So tonight is Friday and I actually have a friend coming over. We're gonna hang out, Clay, myself, and my friend. We're gonna order like takein, watch a movie, and just kind of hang out and catch up because I haven't seen her in a while. But then tomorrow is very exciting because Clay and I are doing the double-header showing of The Cursed Child, which is a Harry Potter play on Broadway, if you're not familiar. Clay got me tickets for my birthday and I have been counting down the days till I've been able to see it. I've heard incredible things, but it is like an all-day thing. You get there at 2, you get home at like 10 p.m. Because you're seeing literally 2 shows back to back. So those are my plans for the weekend. I don't have anything planned for on Sunday, but I still wanted to show you what I'm currently reading. It's the last weekend of the month, so I'm trying to finish up, sorry, I'm moving things. I'm trying to finish up my 2 books I'm currently reading before the end of the month. So let me just show you those. So the first one is Storm and Fury, which I started last weekend. I have about 150 pages left of this book, so not too much. I'm around page 350. Hoping I can maybe finish it tonight, if not tomorrow morning before the show. But yeah, this is a super fast read, very angsty demon and angel and gargoyle centered fantasy story with lots of angsty romance, which was exactly what I was kind of in the mood for. So definitely gonna finish this. And then I also want to try to read as much as I can this weekend of City of Stairs. I don't think I'll finish this weekend. This is my current commute book, and I'm obsessed with this. I love Robert Jackson Bennett's Foundry Side, so I definitely knew I wanted to try his other series, and this is just, again, unlike anything I've ever read before. It's honestly hard to explain, but you're basically following a main character who's kind of like a spy, I guess you would call her. She like an intelligence officer, and she's basically from a land who now controls another land. For that, it was the exact opposite, but their gods used to live in this world, but they soon perished, and with them a bunch of miracles collapsed as well, and now there's a lot of geopolitical struggle. It's pretty wild. And so good, and I'll definitely take the time to try to explain this in more detail, but I just do not have the brain power to do so right now. But I am 130 pages of the way through this, and I've read 60 pages of this book today between my commute. I'm not kidding. So unique. I had to really brainstorm how I'm going to describe the synopsis, similar to how I had the same problem with Foundry Side, but yes. So those are the books I'm currently reading this weekend. My friend Sierra is on her way over right now, so I'm gonna hang out with list 1 and try to like quickly clean up my apartment and hydrate and caffeinate. So I feel like I need coffee, water, and all of those things. So I'm going to do that now, but I wanted to check in and start the vlog. Latte and the new reunion season of The Hills. I die, Matilda. Anyone else a huge Hills fan growing up? Obsessed. I'm still obsessed with Whitney. Whitney is still who I want to be one day. Sierra arrived. We are hanging out, watching The Hills. I started it over because we are both big Hills fans. Who's your favorite person on The Hills?
Well, I really did like Lauren, but Kristen was good. But I'm really excited to see this new Misha girl because, like, I want to see how she like stirs it up. Also, what's her name? Adriana? Is that her name?
Oh yeah, she just got divorced apparently. That's the first thing they talk about.
She has a kid now.
They all have kids, Sierra. They all have kids.
Are they just gonna keep going?
And they're still so beautiful. That's what's so frustrating. They literally haven't looked like they've aged at all.
Yeah.
I was saying, I'm a big Whitney fan. I still want to be her.
She's like just like a boss.
She's just like,
yeah, she like went to Paris when Lauren didn't because of her boyfriend, which
she went to New York City. I know, yeah, it's true. She went to New York City. Now she's back in LA. She has a beautiful son. You'll see, you'll see. We're gonna start it.
So excited.
We're gonna start it, we're gonna watch it, so that's the plan. Chowing down on our roots, just a bunch of people eating some Tex-Mex, thriving on this Friday night. And now we are in bed. It was so much fun to hang out with Sierra. It was great to catch up and eat delicious Tex-Mex food, but now I feel like a slug. How do you feel, Clay?
Oh, slug is a good use of phrasing.
Yeah. So now we're gonna watch some Marvelous Miss Maisel, and then I'm also going to read some Storm and Fury tonight and try to read like 50 or 60 pages before ultimately definitely falling asleep early. I think we're both pretty sleepy from the work week. But tomorrow's a big day because we're seeing Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and we have to leave probably around like noon.
Ooh, maybe, yeah.
So you have to get there an hour before,
Yep.
And it takes about 40 minutes to get
We
there.
have to get there an hour before.
I'm a stickler for being on time. If someone tells me to be somewhere an hour before, I will be there an hour before. And 10 minutes early. Earlier than that. But anyway, so now we're going to watch Marvelous Miss Maisel. Millie's here. It's a great time. You can see her head. But we're going to watch some TV now, so time to fully relax. Good morning, everyone. Just making some coffee. Well, a latte to be more specific. Matilda's here. It's happening. Good morning, everyone. I have just sat down with my freshly brewed cup of coffee and I'm going to get to reading. So last night we watched 2 episodes of Marvelous Miss Maisel, which means I really only read 10 pages before falling asleep. But this morning, today's the day, we see Cursed Child. We have to be in the city at the theater by 1 p.m., which means I have a good 3 hours at home before I need to leave to get there the hour before the, before the start time per their request, because I'm a rule follower. I also want to get a cute picture in front of the marquee, so I just want to, make sure we're not in a rush, basically. That being said, obviously I need to get ready and eat before we go, but first and foremost, I'm going to sit down and try to read for a whole hour, because I'm, trying to fit in reading where I can this weekend. I'll definitely have more time tomorrow, but today, basically, I have like this morning and then late tonight, and that's it, because I'm going to be out and about seeing Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. That being said, you know what I just realized? I have no idea what I want to wear. I have no cute Harry Potter cosplay to wear to the Harry Potter play, so I might just have to look like a normal muggle showing up for a play in a dress. So I don't even know if I have the proper Ravenclaw colors. I might have to be Slytherin, because I have a green dress I could wear. I'm torn, clearly, but I'm very excited. So if you see my Instagram and you're like, why isn't she wearing Harry Potter clothes? I forgot. I was so focused on the play. I didn't think about getting a new outfit. Anyway, that's okay. That's not the most important thing. The most important thing is the experience. But I'm going to get to reading now. I'm gonna put some music on and read Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I'm gonna definitely try to get past page 400 before I have to stop reading for this morning and head out. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Tilda is lounging. I'm telling you, this is the only place she sits now. T-minus 1 hour. Ooh, I am blurry. Till departure. I've started getting ready. There's a makeup on now. I still have no idea what I'm wearing, but I wanted to check in and give you a reading update. Clay stepped out because he's gonna go pick us up a very quick lunch from the bodega that we're gonna quickly eat before we leave. But I was able to read over 100 pages of Storm and Fury while on the couch this morning. I have maybe 40 pages left, maybe 30 pages. Not very much is what I'm trying to say. My god, you guys. Have things heated up from a plot perspective, from a character perspective. This book is so entertaining. It's funny because there's definitely a lot of context I'm missing, background dynamics between characters that were present in another book. Luckily though, they kind of re-provided that context, but it's interesting because I feel 2 main characters are present in this book as side characters. They were main characters of another series, now they're side characters to the new current main characters. And because I don't know them and their own story's context, I'm so on the other people's sides. I like them, but I'm girl, you're being selfish, and things like that. But it's funny because if I probably read the first series first, I would have more of her POV and point of view, but I only have a very biased perspective is what I'm trying to say. But I do think it would prove interesting when I try to reread the series, because I know how it turns out. I know lots of spoilers now, but that doesn't mean I'm not interested to figure out how it all goes down. But yeah, I'm really liking this book. It's so entertaining. It's kind of like Mortal Instruments with maybe a little more steam, if you know what I mean, demons and fighting and patrols and all sorts of stuff. I think that's the parallel I would make. Really entertaining. It's definitely not blowing my mind plot-wise or anything like that, but I wasn't really expecting it to. I really love the main character Trinity. I think she's spunky. I think she has a really great head on her shoulders. I love her comebacks. I love her strength. I love just everything. She's always sticking up for herself, and she like knows what she wants, and she's like not afraid to voice that, which I just really appreciate in a main character. But yeah, I'm almost done with this book. So I've read over 200 pages this weekend, almost. And then I really think I'll be able to finish this book tonight once we get back from the play, and then tomorrow I'm gonna read City of Stairs, and we'll give a better like overview of what that book is actually about. But I actually might read more this weekend than I anticipated. I was able to get a lot more done this morning. I didn't really think I was gonna read much at all, but read over 100 pages, so that is great. And then City of Stairs is incredible, so I really feel like I'll be able to like read a good chunk of that tomorrow. Hi, Millie. But I really need to figure out what I'm wearing. I don't know. I feel like I almost need to wear like white, a neutral color, with no house association, but we shall see. I'm gonna go take a look in the old closet. We are about to head out. I decided to go for subtle Ravenclaw colors because it's hot outside, so I definitely wanted to wear a dress. So blue, gold, we're good. So we're about to head out right now. I'm not gonna bring my camera with me because I don't want them for any reason to not permit me into the theater. So I'll do some vlog clips with my phone, but I just apologize in advance for the change in style or quality. I actually don't know if it'll be worse or better quality. iPhones are pretty fancy nowadays. But anyway, we are gonna head out. We're in Bryant Park area. This is the theater. Shooting on my iPhone. We are in line for the play. Pretty Heights, right in the heart of Times Square, my least favorite place in the world. You can't film when we go inside. Now we're home eating a very late dinner, watching more Marvelous Miss Maisel. Matilda's here. We will talk about Harry Potter more in detail tomorrow, but overall, it was amazing. What did you say, Clay?
It was magical.
It actually really was so magical.
It was really cool.
It had so much magic in it. I like heard the magic, like there was magic, practical effects, but I wasn't anticipating like the amount of magic that was present. But I'm super tired, so I'm gonna eat this food, probably fall asleep in the next 20 minutes, but we're gonna watch some TV, and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Just making some coffee to start the morning off strong. Officially, happy Sunday, everyone. Clay's here playing Madden football, but I just finished my coffee, got dressed, and I'm about to go film 2 videos this morning, but I wanted to quickly do an update before I did that, and that is to say, I finished Storm and Fury last night before falling asleep. I read the last 40 or so pages, I want to say, that I had left of this. All in all, I'd say this book was super, super entertaining. And I honestly think I want to try reading that other series that she put out. I'm excited for the next book in this series, and I hope it comes out soon. I know this book just came out, but I feel like Jennifer L. Armentrout writes really fast, like more of a 6-month cadence versus a year cadence. I could be wrong. But yeah, I really liked this, and then I was also able to read City of Stairs on the train to and from The Cursed Child, so I'll talk more about that later when I sit down and read more. But right now, I'm trying to be super efficient with my time. I'm gonna film 2 videos, work out, shower, eat, run to the grocery store, and then relax and read. Clay and I did get tickets to see a movie tonight at the Alamo Draft House. We have been on a roll with going to the movies, so we're trying to keep it up. But we're gonna go see Yesterday, which we're both really excited about. Isn't that right, Clay?
Very excited.
Clay's playing Madden, so he's trying to, you know, beat the opposing team while also partaking in the vlog. But yeah, so we have a 6 p.m. showing of that, which will give us still time to watch Marvelous Miss Maisel and Big Little Lies tonight, so we're excited. And next week is 4th of July, so we both have a short week, which just makes this Sunday feel like less pressure, if that makes sense. Like, something about a work week that's really imposing, and like I obviously maybe just internalized that, but like I feel like I have to do everything and get everything done before the work week ahead. Like I have 5 days, so the next opportunity to film, edit, shoot, relax, like I feel like I have to fit it all in. But because I have a short work week next week, like I just need to create content or do things for a shorter amount of time, and then I have another shot at generating and doing things, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm rambling now. So I don't know, I just feel like this Sunday we have a lot of opportunity to do stuff, and we're gonna do it. And it's low pressure, no pressure, no pressure, Reagan. But I am going to get filming now, and I just wanted to give you an update. We'll also do a full comprehensive Cursed Child review a little bit later in the day, but just wanted to give you an update that I have finished a book. I think I've read almost 300 pages so far this weekend, which is shocking and totally an accident. Was not planning for that to happen, but filming now. All right, I have finished filming, so I'm now gonna do a quick workout. Then Clay and I are gonna run to the grocery store to pick up stuff to make for lunch, / I'm gonna pick up groceries for the week for my like dinner and lunch for the work week. And then editing, and then reading, I promise. And then I keep saying the word and then, but that is truly the plan for the day. So I wanted to give you guys an update before I get all disgusting looking. So that's what we're doing. Trader Joe's run complete, and they had a whole stem of peonies, 5 for $7.99, a true steal. So I grabbed some of those. Matilda's here, having a great time. We're gonna make some breakfast lunch. And then I also picked up stuff for the week. I am starting to edit one of the videos I filmed earlier today. I have Matilda keeping me company, and Clay's in the kitchen being an absolute champion, cooking us lunch breakfast. Video is exporting. Marvelous Miss Maisel is loaded up. We have delicious breakfast cooked. Matilda is here trying to steal it. I'd say this is primed to be a good Sunday lunch, wouldn't you say, Clay?
Yes, ma'am.
Making Clay and I some smoothies. I couldn't open the thing, so I called Clay for his big hands. Good job, thanks Clay. Appreciate ya. But yeah, little pre-dinner snack.
I have huge hands.
It's true, they're ginormous.
Really just huge palms, my finger to palm.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Fun fact about Clay, he's got pancake hands. Hi everyone, now that I've laundered and smoothied, I've finally sat down to start reading for the day. I always have like kind of a list of morning tasks I like to get out of the way before I commit to reading. Clay and I have about 2.5 hours before we have to leave to go to the movie. It's a dinner and a show, so we're gonna eat dinner at the same time, which is great. But I wanted to give you a better overview of where I'm at with reading, and also give you a better synopsis of City of Stairs, which is what I'm about to pick up and what I'm currently reading. First and foremost, last night I finished Storm and Fury, and this book is exactly, and upside down. It is exactly 500, oh hello Matilda, and 4 pages. So I read 154 pages of this book this weekend. As I said, I honestly really enjoyed it. It was really entertaining and kind of ridiculous. I mean, like demon hunting and all of that shenanigans. But I honestly was like pretty excited for the next book that's coming out, and I might actually read White Hot Kiss. But I really feel like I'm on Team Zane. Like it's gonna have to be a lot for me to get off Team Zane, which we'll see. I probably, who knows what will happen. But I ended up enjoying this. Glad I picked it up. It was exactly what I was in the mood for. And then so far this weekend as well, I've read City of Stairs. On Friday I read 60 pages, and then commuting back and forth from the play. Yesterday I read another 40 pages, so I've read 100 pages of this, so 254 pages so far for the weekend, which is actually really great. I honestly thought I would only read about 300 pages this weekend, so I feel like I'm definitely going to be able to at least surpass that. But to give a little bit of background about what City of Stairs is about, it's an adult fantasy series, and it's so good. I mean, honestly, it has one of the most unique plot lines ever. It has a lot of interesting variables, which makes it hard to describe, but basically it's a fantasy world where there are these 2 lands, and they have been in conflict for a long time, and basically these 2 lands have flipped roles of being the conquerors and like the conquerees. Is that a word, Clay? Is that a word? What is to be conquered? So they're either like doing the conquering or being conquered, and like, what's the word?
Canker.
No, basically this book is set in a world where there are these 2 nations, and they've had a long, fraught history of lots of conflict, and essentially they've switched roles, meaning one land for the longest time has been the conqueror, and the other land has been like subjugated. The 2 lands are called the continent, and the other land is Puri. And the reason why the continent was so powerful and was able to rule over Puri for so long was because they had the power of gods. Oh my god. It's because they had the power of gods on their side. They were able, sorry, Matilda is like wanting a blanket. They were able to call on, utilize, and use the power of gods, which made them basically indestructible. But one day the people of Puri rose up and they killed all these divine beings, leaving the continent not only in a state of chaos, but like their whole society crumbled because most of their world was built on the power of God. So once that power disappeared, so did all the things that that power ran. So like plumbing, buildings just disappeared in an instant. So they found themselves very, very far behind, and Saipuri, who relied more on their own technological advancements and not on the divinities themselves, were able to flourish and become this really great conquering power. So it's this really interesting dynamic between these two nations because they've swapped roles. Our main character, and one of the main characters we follow, is named Shara, and she is an international, well, she's a spy for the Saipuri, and she's like going to the continent to kind of try to unravel, Matilda is being so extra right now, and she's trying to unravel this mystery that's currently happening. One of her agents was found dead, so she's looking to investigate like what's going on. This particular world is so cool because I feel like it combines a lot of like traditional fantasy, but it almost feels like the technology is pulled from our world, and then obviously there's these like miracles that still exist, which are fueled by divine power. So there's all these like different sources of things happening. It's very unique and I'm liking it so much. Shar as a main character is really great. She's kind of this like unassuming, quiet girl, but she is a very capable spy. And yeah, I like it because like normally in fantasy, Matilda. Normally in fantasy, spy characters are more like thieves, and she's not a thief. She's like an international agent for her country, but in a fantasy setting. So it's very, very cool. Hopefully that made sense. But I'm gonna get to reading now. We have about 2 hours, 2.5 hours before we have to leave. So hoping to get like 100 pages read before we go to the movie theater. Matilda is being so sassy, I keep saying that. But I'm gonna let Clay get back to his football, and I'm gonna get to reading. Hi everyone, doing a reading check-in. We have to leave for the movies in 20 minutes and counting, Clay, just so you're aware. But I wanted to let you guys know that I've read 80 pages of City of Stairs, well, 80 additional pages. And this book is so good. There's just so much like political intrigue and like anxiety. There's just a sense of anxiety that's kind of persisting in every single scene of the book. Part of the elements of the story is obviously we follow Shara, who is a spy in the continent, but part of Saipur's, I'm probably saying that wrong, part of Saipur's like occupation of the continent was to basically, after they killed their gods, they try to erase all of the history and knowledge surrounding the gods, which essentially made this entire nation's history illegal to not just like practice, but to even know about. So obviously that's created a lot of tension, as you would imagine it would, but it's such a interesting thing because therefore people are just like extra secretive, and as well as a lot of documents and information that are needed to kind of like try to figure out what's going on aren't present anymore. So it's just a really cool dynamic to the story that it's just kind of blowing my mind. But I'm loving it so much. I've well past the 200-page mark of this book, and I think I've read over 300 pages so far for the weekend, which is great. I think I've mentioned already, but Clay and I are about to leave to go watch Yesterday movie, which is the Beatles movie, which should be a good time. But I also wanted to take some time to properly review Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Clay, cut into the scene. I know we kind of briefly talked yesterday about our feelings, which were we both really loved it, but I really loved it.
I think the play got a lot of hate when it came out.
Yeah, and I remember reading it when it first came out and having problems with the script too, like plot stuff aside, like some of the characterizations I remember having a problem with, but I guess things just, when they're acted, it provides so much more nuance to sentences, you know?
I mean, I didn't read the script, but I felt like it was a good continuation of the Harry Potter story.
Yeah.
I feel that they grew the world. They kind of gave a glimpse of Harry Potter's life without cheapening.
Yeah.
I was concerned it would cheapen the original story by continuing it, and I think that's why a lot of people dislike the script.
Yeah.
But I think that if you actually see the play, you'll understand a little bit more.
I think the strongest parts of the play were, one, I think the friendship of the two boys is so wonderful. I would die for Scorpius. But two, I think the kind of look into adulthood and parenting, like just because you might be a hero doesn't mean you have all the answers to be the perfect parent in the entire world. So I really feel like it added like such a human layer to Harry Potter. Like an adult human layer. Like I felt like Harry was very human as a kid and through a teenager, through his early teenhood, but seeing him still have to like go through and learn things just like the rest of the world really like brings him to a level of like he was destined to do great things. He had to make difficult choices, but really at the end of the day he was just a normal kid kind of thrust into some really difficult situations. A normal person.
Yeah, special effects are incredible.
Oh my god, the stage quality was insanity. And I treat Harry Potter and the Cursed Child as like sub-canon. Like there are a couple things with the plot that I just like throw out of my mind's eye and just pretend like it's not really a thing. Like Time Turner stuff and like the Cedric stuff, I just kind of like, nope. And then I just go on and continue to enjoy the moment. Like don't fixate on maybe some small little things, and I just try to focus on the good that was happening in front of me. The guy who played adult Harry in the stage show like looked like adult Harry Potter. It was wild, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he did.
Looked just like him. Any other thoughts, Clay?
I think it was a good play.
You heard it here first, people. Clay Charette. I think it was a good play. It's a good way to put it. Okay, well we're gonna get ready to go to the movies. But I wanted to be sure to stick in a review of Cursed Child before we do so. So, bye guys. Quick outfit show off, wearing my favorite jumpsuit. I've had this thing for years. It's the comfiest thing. It's barely warm outside. And this is perfect for all the popcorn I'm about to consume and all the chicken fingers I'm about to consume at the movies. We've arrived and we're home. Isn't that right, Matilda? We're back. What did you think of the movie, Clay? We saw yesterday. We said that, didn't we? But that's the movie we saw. Did you like it?
Very cute.
It was very charming. Like, it was heartwarming. I could say it pretty much fell in line with exactly what I expected.
Yeah.
So.
It was a very charming movie.
Yeah.
About a guy gets hit by a bus and the Beatles don't exist in the new world.
That he wakes up in.
Yeah.
And so he starts performing all their songs and gets famous. Yeah, it was a cool premise. I thought it was really clever. Again, heartwarming. It's not gonna blow your mind or anything, but it's a good movie. Now we're gonna watch Big Little Lies and try to finish the last 2 episodes of Marvelous Miss Maisel, and then we'll be all caught up. So that is our plan for the evening. Matilda's plan for the evening is to sit there and not move ever again. But yeah, time to get to it. Big Little Lies is on. We are just consuming all the media this weekend. Plays, movies, TV shows, all award-winning. Well, maybe not the movie, but 2 out of 3 award-winning. We are people of culture, Clayton.
Close up of my face.
Moved into the bedroom to watch Marvelous Miss Maisel, as one does. And then I plan to read more of City of Stairs tonight before going to sleep. I was really hoping we'd be able to finish Marvelous Miss Maisel season 2 tonight, but I think I only have time to watch 1 episode before I must retire to reading, but that's so good. Big Little Lies was also incredible. That show just gives me constant anxiety as I watch it. Like, I don't know what's wrong, I just know something is wrong, and I'm just waiting for it to happen the whole time. It's stressful. But anyway, just wanted to check in, give you the down low of what's happening, and of course I'll check in tomorrow to give you the more specifics of how much I was able to read. Millie is here, wanting to go underneath the covers. Oh, hi. So needy. Please pause. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to watching Marvelous Miss Maisel, and I will check in tomorrow. Hi everyone, and welcome to the end of the vlog the next day. It's actually a few days later. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Full transparency in this household. But regardless, I wanted to chat about the books I was able to read this past weekend. I really had a great weekend. Going to Harry Potter and the Cursed Child was so much fun, and I was able to read over 300 pages, which very pleased with. I think almost 400 pages, but let's chat about the books. So the first one I was able to complete was Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I read the last 152 pages of this book. This was so much fun, exactly what I wanted to read. I've actually ordered White Hot Kiss online, so I think I'm going to continue on with this series and read the first 3 books that came out in this world. But yeah, angsty YA, demon hunting, hot, pretty people. Really, what more can you ask? It's like a CW show in a book. But yeah, I really liked this. I flew through the last 150 pages, so happy I read that. From there, I read, I want to say like 230 pages of this book this weekend, which means I read 380 pages so far this weekend, or not so far, in total for the past weekend. This is an amazing adult fantasy novel that I just think is so unique, very God-centric, and I've continued to read it throughout the work week and I'm flying through it. I definitely want to pick up book 2 and 3 to have on hand because I just feel like I'm going to marathon this whole series. But yeah, I've just been loving Robert Jackson Bennett's books, and I'm so happy I picked up his first series, and I can't wait for the sequel to Foundry Side that comes out later this year. But yeah, this was not, I don't want to use the word surprise because I had a feeling I would love it, but I'm really happy that it ended up being as good as I hoped it to be. But yeah, I was able to read, how much? 230 pages of this book, which means I read a total of 380 for the weekend. But yeah, alrighty guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. I will see you soon with another one soon.